Hello and welcome, I am Raziel, and apparently New Vegas 2 is in early talks, whatever that means. I've already said Fallout 3 is my preferred Fallout game, and I'm not going to start with the same opening as last time. I also want this to be a positive review, even if Fallout New Vegas has flaws, and I believe they need to be discussed. And they are explained at the time, because of a short development. Anyway, more on that later, so to the review. You play as a courier after being shot in the head by a man called Benny, played by Friends star Matthew Perry. He shoots you because you're meant to deliver a platinum chip. So, how was Benny to know your work ethic can deflect headshots? You respawn in Good Springs, a small town, after being patched up by Dr. Mitchell. You explore his house and you rob him of all his weapons and medical supplies. You speak to a woman for your tutorial level, and then a barmaid / owner. So you can save the small town from the powder gangers. Here we have your first lesson of not rushing into everything. Because if you do save a small town straight away, you lock off another mission for the powder gangers. So, the barmaid says you can go to the strip. There's a safer and a long way round, or you can face death claws straight away by going the shorter route. Hence again, the rushing into things. So, first stop is Prim, another small town, also run over by criminals. Prim needs a new sheriff, so you kill all the criminals and you find the cowardly deputy, who, by the way, gives you the same information if he's alive or dead. If he's alive, he'll tell you. If he's dead, it's on his book. If you keep him alive, he still won't become a sheriff because he's a f***ing coward. And you have to find one. There's a couple. I always like the robot. So the deputy tells you to go to Novak. On the way, you meet the Legion in a small town called Nipton. These are the main villains of the game and a faction you can join. I have never actually done this mission or any of the Legion because I actually despise them that much. So the Legion have massacred the whole town. Bar 2, a happy fellow you probably killed while entering the town. And one whose legs they busted up. He's in the shop and he's also tied to certain missions too, so you can't kill him. They did this to show what happens to those the Legion disapproves of. The Legion aren't actually cartoonishly evil. They're pretty redeemable though. But they're not we're evil. And that's what makes it quite interesting. You head on through to Novak and you meet Manny Vargas. He's an ex-Khan member. He'll tell you where Benny went if you do him a small favour. And that is to get rid of some ghouls. So you need to clear out the rep contest site of these ghouls. And these aren't your run-of-the-mill feral ghouls either. These are religious ghouls who want your help to go to the great beyond. You do this, you head back to Manny, he points you in the direction of Boulder City. You get there and the Khan who was at you in this first cutscene is there now. He gets a bit of a shock seeing you alive, after he saw your brains being blown out. He tells Benny is in fact in charge of a Tops casino on the strip. So on your way to claim your last package, the recipient of the platinum chip calls you to the office, a Mr. House. He tells you to get the platinum chip off Benny, pretty much your goal to begin with. So this is a really pointless diversion and it's just wasting your fucking time. Anyway, off to Tops Casino you go, and they nick your weapons. Great, now you have to have a discussion with Benny, unarmed, and he's brought buddies. You can go with this good speech skill I should say. You can talk your way into letting them keep your weapons. Now this is quite an interesting test because you also have to pick up some evidence too, and you have to do other things. Or you can just literally, bullshit your way through. I always bullshit my way through. And this is because Benny is scheming against Mr. House. Now, after a discussion with Benny, you kill him and you can take the platinum chip. Or he will bail and you have to go back to Mr. House empty-handed. At this time, you get messages from both the NCR and the Legion saying that, hey, you're cool with us at the moment, but, the leaders want to speak to you. And whether or not you have a platinum chip, you will be asked to go to Caesar's HQ in the fort, except with the NCR, they won't ask you to do this, but Mr. House, yes man, and obviously the Legion, you will be asked to do this. And honestly, I managed to piss the Legion off so much, my MC did not do much. The boatman himself turned hostile against me. Also everyone including Caesar at the fort went hostile too. So my first real political assassination of the game went to Caesar. Or Kaiser, I should pronounce him properly. I actually did some research on him, and this is the actual pronunciation is Kaiser, not Caesar. Anyway, if you didn't manage to really fucking piss off the Legion like I did, Caesar would be giving you instructions if you were to wish to join his side. You can destroy the robots or power them up. Caesar doesn't check anyway because he's a bit of a moron that way. But there is other things with the Legion that you have to do, which is really good, and this kind of ties into what I think Fallout New Vegas is so popular. Now, we're off to meet the other factions. Here is where it depends on which faction you choose to ally with, is what you'll end up doing, and who you'll meet. You'll either ally or kill. See, that annoys me. So Brotherhood of Steel are cool if closed off. The boomers like to blow shit up, and the families are weird. You finish this part. You finally choose a faction and go off to give a damn to fight, win, go against the final boss. And now the final boss is a Liggett, or obviously the damn it, the general in charge of the NCR. Now you can either fight them, and both fights are pretty hard, or you can talk them down. And now I actually prefer talking them down because I always like that, and it's like a, you know, you've just beat them on a battle wits and they're still about. And if you do the NCR side, the NCR nat is on, and that's it. The game is finished. There is no after game with this, not even with the DLC, and I think that's a bit of a problem. I would love to see. It kind of means you have to finish everything within one playthrough, and you can't really go back. But there is obviously the save point at where it tells you if you do this, you're finishing the game now. So you can save. We can save here, so you come back and do other stuff. You know, but yeah, I don't like the fact there's no actual end game here. After game, I should say. Now, here's the thing. I like New Vegas. I like it a lot. Yes, but it is very flawed and even broken at times. There's the argument of a short development time. Now, in a day of age of day one patches and community mods, that is not really an excuse. And there's plenty here that is broken and even confusing. No, and I mean broken. Especially on the PC or the PlayStation 3. I'm playing on the Xbox One here, and I've actually had a really good playthrough. I think I've had 2 freezes and a couple of glitches. I mean proper glitches, like weapons not loading. And I'm running around with no weapons. I can't even bring up my Pip-Boy. And yeah, like I said, if you're playing on PC without the community mods, you can have a real hard time playing it. And I mean like constant crashes, freezing, like, you know, you're gonna have to restart your entire PC just to play it, alright? And it is an issue. But there's also some really confusing things as well, which shows the short development time has made some issues with the scripting and stuff like that. Anyway, one of my favourite glitches that I've noticed is that your animation will freeze until your companions kills whatever you were shooting at, or the NPC, the enemy, kills you. Like I said, I had very few freezes, and this is why I'd enjoy playing on the Xbox One. I actually think some work has been done to it. I'm pretty sure of it. Especially with Fallout 3. It does look better than it did when I first bought it. Right, so that's the glitches and things that, you know, they need to be spoken about, because not many people do speak about them. And they are always like, and New Vegas is so good, but no one talks about these horrible problems. Anyway, as for the gameplay, this is the biggest issue with this game, and I really took me a while to think about this, and that is the lack of choice in a game that is praised for being full of it. Anyway, from the start you're told which way to go. If you go the wrong way, it is blocked by high level death claws, as I mentioned earlier. This annoys me. I love to explore. I went that way and got owned because I was a level nothing against a death claw. You know? This annoys me, and then you can have whole missions locked out. And it doesn't even it tells you the mission has been locked out. You'll actually get up saying, mission failed, and this is not a mission you even realised. Like I said, boxcars in Nipton. If you kill him from the start, it will literally say, booted, mission failed. You might not even start the mission, or have it come up, but it will tell you the mission has failed. Same with Motor Runner, you kill him. You're not even aware that he gives you a mission, or is part of a mission anyway, but it will tell you failed Abu Dhabi holiday. And you're not even aware that mission existed because he is a mission to be killed. Anyway. Choice in a game is a great thing to me. Fallout New Vegas just pretends you have it. Take Mr. House and the Brotherhood of Steel. You have to kill him. There is no talking Mr. House around. See, with the NCR, who actually fought the Brotherhood of Steel and actually went up against them, there is a choice. You can talk them around allying with each other, and I like that, you know. The NCR hasn't got a choice, and they need the extra men, and the Brotherhood is willing to supply power armored mental cases. Wait, they're not Space Marines, you know. Another day, I think a lot of this is due to content and time, and this also really shows a lot because you get some really weird scripting mistakes. Now, one of my favourite actually tried to film this is Bryce Anders. Right, he's the one who tells you to kill Motor Runner, and he gives you the maintenance wing key in Vault 3. Now, you can make him say that he's lost it in the same conversation. Literally straight after him giving you the maintenance key, you can actually have him say right after it, "Oh no, I'm a fucking idiot, I've lost my key." You know? And he's just given it to you. That's a really weird scripting error. And the other one is with Veronica. Before recruiting as a fellow, in full Brotherhood of Steel power armor, which is the only way you can get power armor, she will still ask you if you know the Brotherhood of Steel. Because you know who've just come up in their uniform, head to toe, power armored up. Do you know the Brotherhood of Steel? No. Obviously you know him because, right, anyway, like I said, I think a lot of this is to do with this. It's also Raoul did this one as well. Like, I killed Tops. I went into Tops, blasting away, and then I went to get Raoul. And Raoul actually mentions, like, he was there about shooting up the Tops casino. Now, I've got a feeling that there was meant to be something else said there, but it isn't. And like I said, a lot of this does feel like this is because of a rushed time more than anything else. Anyway, like I said, there's plenty more, and apart from these flaws and many more, like I said, this is not a many-hour video sucking the crib midgets out of New Vegas' ballsack, but it does question why is it held in such reverence. And this is literally near the end of my video where I'm actually asking this question. You know, hypothesis should come first. Anyway, it's the people of New Vegas, and the very subtle satire on the American two-party system. Yeah, it took me 10 years to actually work that out. Well, not the people bit, but the two-party system bit. The people in New Vegas are likeable or intolerable, and they're on a human level. You can hate certain characters, not because they are stereotypical villains, but because they actually have traits you disagree with in a person, or you love them for the opposite reason. Veronica is such a loving character. I love her as a companion. She's so lovely. She's so nice, you know. And all she wants to do is help her family. She knows the Brotherhood is still in lockdown and it's not a good thing, and she wants them out of it. But that's her goal. That's what she wants. She wants to end the lockdown and let her people get out and save the Brotherhood of Steel. And it's such a lovely trait, and you can, you know, it's something you can actually relate to. And you got people like Leggett. He's just a vicious, nasty bastard. He wants to start a fight, even though he doesn't care if he wins or loses. He's there for a fight, and you have to talk him down. And it takes a high speech skill to do it. And also something I want to mention for gaming. Right, this is my only comparison between Fallout 3 and New Vegas is the speech. In Fallout New Vegas, it's pass or fail, right? In Fallout 3, it's a percentage chance. I prefer the percentage chance, though I don't like the fact that it's a more than 100%, because it meant no matter how good or bad you are at bullshitting someone, you could still fail. You could be the best bullshit in the world, but someone can still see through it. And I like that. That was very realistic. But people are like, oh, but you could roll. Yes, you could be spam saved just to get that speech check. But seriously, if you're playing it properly, why would you? Yeah, this one, if you're a good bullshit, you're going to bullshit everyone, and everyone's a fucking idiot. Anyway, back to the review and talking about it. Anyway, and all these people, anyway, like I said, the people are lovable, and everyone you can talk to, they're such great people, and there's some assholes, and it's great. And yet all these people are stuck in this situation. They know the NCR is incompetent, but they know the Legion is evil. I said earlier there is this pretense of choice throughout the game, and this includes the people of the Mojave too. They're unaware that anyone else is claiming power over Mojave. It is either the North California Republic or the Legion. I know you can argue about Mr. House, they know about Mr. House, but they don't know he's vying for power. They know he owns the strip and that's his, but they don't know that he's vying for power over Mojave. And then you, the courier, comes along and you have to force the decision on them. But you can bring more the other two powers into the mix. You know, you can bring in Mr. House and yet to mention Yes Man. Yes Man is purely independent New Vegas and he's my go-to all the time. None of the people of Mojave have the option to stop you. They can try and kill you, but obviously, saves and all that lot, that's not going to happen. But the other options end the occupation, and there are third-party candidates, or what people call the wasted vote. Yes, then this is what makes it so good. I'm aware of these other two candidates, people don't know, and that's what makes it good. And this is a very real element that almost everyone can relate to, knowing whoever you vote for, you're still kind of screwed. And the third party is invisible, and they really need to have a heavy hand to make themselves known. That is why I love New Vegas. I love the people and can relate to this issue. The issue of leadership, useless leadership, no matter who we vote for. Do you vote for the incompetent yet well-meaning North California Republic, or the efficient and authoritarian Legion? Those are the choices the people of New Vegas see. They don't see Yes Man. They don't see Mr. House as viable choices. These are the two. Incompetence or evil. And sometimes it takes that strong-willed person to make them aware of the other options, or carrying a message of the other choices, and see this is why you're the courier. You're meant to deliver New Vegas out of a two-party system and into its own independence. Now, thank you very much for watching. I think this is one of my longest videos I've ever done, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you're having a great time, and I hope you enjoy more of my videos, and I hope you see what's next. Right, like, comment, and subscribe as always. Why do you like New Vegas? I know it's a popular video and a popular choice among gamers. What's your favourite parts about it? I really like the characters, and like I said, the NPCs, I really do like them. Links to Element Games if you like Warhammer and other models down below, up to 25% off all that jazz. My comic and t-shirts down below as well. New t-shirt coming soon, I hope. And of course, Forbidden Planet if you like comics and other geeky wear, all down below. Thank you very much for watching. Click them, please, and of course Patreon if you want to as well. Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you all very soon. And I love you all.